like the MySQL stuff and the SQLite stuff, but I don't think he ever closed off the pull requests or accepted them or rejected them based on what he did. So we just need to see what's what. All right, cool.
Okay. Yeah, we really have to find some reliable process to process all the pull requests in time, because this queue is long, but at least get these together, and I will communicate with Sébastien then if necessary, if something seems like already included in the core.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So, are you recording?
It's on.
Okay,
yes.
cool. So do you want to do your demo?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
Okay, so let me share my screen then.
Just one thing about the pull requests. I think we need somebody to be responsible for them. Sébastien can't do everything.
Well, I was doing pull requests for a while.
Yeah.
But that's. I don't mind being responsible for them, but yeah, I don't mind taking ownership of pull requests.
So okay, so I think there are two things. There is code reviews and doing the actual pulling. Those can be two different people, or more people actually. I think we need to find a good workflow for code reviews, and then the pull requests are actually a lot easier.
Yeah.
If the code has been reviewed and validated, then it becomes a lot more mechanical. So, seeing that Sébastien is not here, and I don't know how many people from the committee are here today, I think it will be hard to make a meaningful vote here. But so there is this, and there is Stanley specifically, who has a lot of pending pull requests. So let's just talk about this once more next week with Sébastien, because he's so involved in that. It's kind of meaningless to have the discussion without him, but I think we need to find a better solution for code reviews.
Well, I did write originally that on the pull request thing saying we should add Stanley to the list, but I don't think he wanted the permissions on there. So that's kind of why he doesn't have the permissions, is because he asked not to have them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Isn't he here?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Stanley, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Stanley is not here.
Oh,
he was here before.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure that I'm right on that.
Well, in any case, there is still a problem with this queue.
Yes.
Stanley has a very acute situation here, but there are others, so we need to fix that in any case. So.
There you go. That's what he said. So we did say whether to have the right.
The responsibility is a bit scary to me. I don't mind the extra validation of sending in pull request. I would be more okay. That makes sense. And I proposed that because he's made a lot of contributions, so it's something to consider. But yeah, that's perfectly reasonable, and we need to improve the process in any case. So.
Yeah, it's our failing of not making the process easy. But those pull requests are. Even the simplest change, you've got to. The workflow is so heavy just to get the simplest change into the Orchard core. I don't know if you've even done any of them, Bertrand. Have you done any of the pull requests before from CodeFlex?
Yeah, I've done one or two, but
it's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, it's not GitHub.
Yeah, well, maybe that's something we need to look at.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, yeah, my daughter is playing the violin.
It's very beautiful.
Well, thanks. I'll tell her. And I'll mute myself.
Okay. All right, so Benedek, do you want to take over?
Yeah, sure. I'll share my screen. So tell me if you seeing anything. So in the meanwhile, what I'm going to show you is, first of all, it's an Orchard website, and this is called muscle.com. I'm going to type the URL. So basically, this is a website for bodybuilders. The website is being built by a company from Slovakia, and they are including a lot of features in this website: blogs, guides, different widgets, and all sorts of things that bodybuilders should need. I don't know if Sipke uses it or knows about it at all, but he may be able to tell. Do you see my screen yet, by the way?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, cool. So this is the live website. Like I said, it has a lot of features, so I'm not going to list them because that will take the whole evening. So those guys in Slovakia really put a lot of work into it. This is a multi-language website, so basically it's one tenant, but with 3 supported languages. So by default, it's of course English, but the whole website is localized and usable in French and German. So what I'm going to show you is a module that we've built for this website, because we are working for this Slovakian company partially. So I'm going to show you a module that is called Trainings or Training Manager. For example, this workout calendar is also part of that module, but I'm going to show you that just a moment. So here's the admin UI, and the most important part of this module that we built is a so-called training plan. So this is basically a tool that allows the administrators to create training plans for bodybuilders, and it has really nice features. So let's see what it does. So when you want to create a training plan, I think it's the app pool has been recycled apparently, so it's going to take a few seconds to warm up. Yeah, so I'm going to type in title. So this is a new training plan that is being created, and basically what you can do here is write a description, select a bunch of taxonomies based on how this training plan should be used. And here comes the really juicy stuff. This is a fairly complex editor that we've built here. This allows you to add days to the training plan. So
those
I'm just
taxonomies, yeah?
those are taxonomies. Yeah, those are taxonomies, right? So I just added a day to the training plan, and what can I do here now is that I can add exercises to the training plan. So I just hit add exercise. And in the background, what happens is that there's a projection that is displaying all the exercises that are corresponding to the current site culture. So they are like, I'm not sure, it should be at least 200, if I'm correct. So there are a lot of them. And this is a projection page. But what you can do is basically display a stripped down version of this projection page in a basically sort of content picker. So what you can do is select an exercise for this day. I'm going to select this one. I can also filter on muscles and on the body map, which you can see here. I can select other taxonomies. So this is a part of the body, and I can select, for example, abdominals. And if I click, all the exercises that are related to this muscle will be displayed, and I can do the same stuff in the picker. So what happened here is that a new item, a new part of this training plan has been created, and if I add more, I can rearrange them. I can add them into separate groups. So by default, they are grouped by the muscle that they are correspond to, but I can create custom groups as well. And the most crucial thing here is the exercise set. So basically, this is the editor where I can define how many of this exercise should be performed, what weight should be used, and I can define if this set should be repeated like 2 or 4 times or something like that. And I can add more sets, so I just add a few one. And I'm going to save this training plan. So this is a very basic one. Well, I don't have too much content here. Another nice feature of the site is the training plan browser. So this is basically a widget that displays the taxonomies that are corresponding to the training plans, and also uses title search, and these are the training plans that are corresponding to this search. So, well, I don't have any filters now, but I can filter on these training plans. For example, I select a few taxonomies, like this one, and then all the search results will be displayed here. Well, it seems that there is no training plan corresponding to this one, but I hope you believe me that it's going to display what I need. So let's just choose something else, like this.
And the search on the taxonomy. Are you just using the has terms?
Yeah, well, so it's a custom projection filter, but it basically uses the has terms. Yes, so yeah, something like that. Yeah, so as you can see, here are some results. So I'm just going to go back to my training plan, what I just created, because if I click on a training plan, I can view its contents. So I'm going to show it with the training plan I created. Yeah. This is a very nice feature, by the way, the view link next to the auto-write editor. It was missing for a very long time. I think, I'm not sure, but I think Bertrand implemented it. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it was Bertrand.
Sorry, hang on a second. I just have to publish this training plan, because by default, when you are editing training plans, they are not going to be published. Because they may be work in progress. So now this training plan is published. So if I view, I'm just going to get a list of the available days and the available exercises, and we will see that shortly. So at the moment, this training plan is something that an administrator user can create, and then users can come here and view it. But by default, so this is all the interaction that users can do with them, except for one thing. This add to my plans means that when a user is signed in and adds a training plan to his or her training plans, is going to be copied, basically cloned, and user training plan is going to be created with all the same data, with the exception that the users can edit it. So if I hit edit, I'm going to see a very similar editor, just like with the original training plan on the admin UI, but this time this is on the front end, and the user can customize his or her training plans. So I'm just going to leave it like this. There are a lot of other small features related to this, but I'm not going to show them just now because there are a lot of them. But what's interesting here is that when you have training plans, and then you can create your own training plans, so you don't necessarily have to copy a training plan from the admin training plans. You can create your own one from scratch. So you can delete and then start it. So start means that you have a training plan that you want to use for actual training, and then you can select the starting date. I'm going to choose today. And then it's going to be displayed in the workout calendar. So this means that when you start a training plan, it's going to be added to the workout calendar with recursion indefinitely. So we have only one day, so we have this training day 1 for each day. So let's see what happens if I hit view day.
So is the calendar part of this module, or is it abstracted out to a separate module?
No, it's in the same module. So basically they are really closely tied features. That's why they are together. And what you can do here is that you have this day of trainings based on the training plan that you have, but you can also customize it. So if you can add more exercises, delete the existing ones, and rearrange them. So basically you have a little bit tighter scope training plan editor. This time this is only corresponding to a day. So, but you can do the same thing. So you can add and delete sets too, and then you can enter what kind of how many repetitions you performed of this exercise and what weight you used. So there's another feature. There's another small feature with the user training plans is basically a mechanism to pre-calculate weight values for you. So when you create a training diary day, this is the name of this content type. There are going to be some pre-filled values if you define some default values based on your preferences, based on your training preferences, and then you can hit save without entering any data if you wanted to use the default values. So I just hit save and nothing's going to happen this time because I didn't change anything. Another small feature here is that you can choose a different date for your training. So this is based on a use case. If you go to a holiday for example, 10 days, you can shift all your training with 10 days. So you don't have to necessarily see these training days that weren't created if you didn't train at all for 10 days. You can just select, for example, the 25th of July. So this training day will jump to the 25th, and all your diary entries are going to be shifted. Actually, those ones that you haven't created yet. So the existing ones, except for this one because you moved this one. So the other existing ones are going to stay on their place. And if you, for example, want to delete a day, you can just clear it because, for example, you don't need it for some reason. I just quickly check the Skype if there's anything. Okay. Okay, so I deleted this one. And another cool feature, I don't have actually any test data here, but I'm just going to show you the basic part of it is the statistics widget. And when you enter data into your training diary, the training statistics widget allows you to display charts based on your training. So if I have test data or any data regarding my exercises, I can select, for example, muscles and specific exercises, and the date range, so a start date and end date, and with a jQuery plugin, it shows you some graphs. For example, what is your progression with the weights you lifted, and you can display a lot of different statistics based on your training. I think that's it, more or less. So make sure to check out muscle.com. It's a really cool website, and now it contains a lot of cool features also with the trainings module. Besides the already existing cool features, and
is it open source? Did you publish the training module?
No, unfortunately not. It's basically a commercial product, so
okay.
It's not open source. But you can use it for free. And actually, I'm not sure if how much detail I can tell about. I can disclose now, but we are building another module for this website too.
And is this hosted on .nest?
No, it's hosted independently. Okay, so cool. It has a lot of custom modules and a whole bunch of customization. It uses, of course, third-party modules and 4 or 5 custom modules that were written by those guys.
Nice.
So that's what I wanted to show you.
Very neat. I was going to demo Owen, but I can't clear my assemblies correctly. However,
you updated to the latest Owen assemblies, right? Or Katana assemblies?
Yeah. So that demo was really cool, Benedict.
Thanks.
Hopefully we'll see that out in the wild somewhere sometime.
Yeah, sure. So I hope so. We'll probably roll out the next module in 2 months. So I'm going to demo that one too. It's going to be similar in the types of features, but it's going to be cool as well.
Very cool. I guess the only other status is Owen. So I updated the Owen branch on Orchard Codeplex. So if you do a pull on that branch, you should be able to use Owen. You're going to end up with a couple of issues because of this. I'll show you now. If I demo my screen, because I'm having it as well. So if you guys end up with this issue, tell me when you guys can see my screen.
It's not loading yet for me at all.
That's fine.
Oh, I can see it now. It just popped up.
Yep. Okay, so if you see this error, the problem is a couple of issues, and it's mainly down to assemblies. So what you need to do is you basically need to clean your entire solution. I've only just done a pull, but you need to clean your entire solution. You also need to run, let me see, I've put it on here as well. So you need to run this in PowerShell. Well, it's just deleting your temporary ASP.NET files. So that's important. But basically, just make sure you clean down all your assemblies and then kick it up. Else you're going to end up with this issue. Also, there's an issue between IIS and IIS Express. Now, I'm running this through IIS, and it might work in IIS Express. I can't remember why, but I'll write up a reason why a little later on. But there is a way to get it working in IIS, and it does work in IIS. I can't remember, as I only just switched to this branch. But give it a go. It should be cool. Now, how do I stop presenting?
And actually, what's the thing between Owen and ASP.NET VNext? Because ASP.NET VNext is quite similar, though how the applications are loaded is quite similar to how the Owen standard seems, but it's still not Owen. So I'm a bit confused here. What should be the direction for the next few years?
Well, Owen introduces middleware, right, which you can use, and VNext also uses middleware. So I'm not sure. To be honest. I would need to read much more on it to be able to give you a definitive answer. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that it is up to date. If I go to here, you'll see.
Yeah, so Piotr, that's my confusion. So if we are going for ASP.NET VNext, it will probably look similar to what we should do if we want to use Owen, but it won't be Owen. So what should we work on? Either on Owen compatibility, or looking to ASP.NET?
Compatibility is there already, right? So moving that into the core can be a 1.9 thing, right? Moving to VNext is more of a 2.0 big breaking change. Would you not agree on that? I mean, VNext I thought would be a big breaking change based on what the guy said it harvests. So I wouldn't imagine we should wait for that, because that could be a year or two down the line.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just that if you are now working on Owen, probably this work you do will be more or less directly usable once we migrate to ASP.NET VNext, at that time,
it would decrease the effort of moving to ASP.NET VNext, I would imagine. But I would imagine VNext is such, like George said, it's going to be such a huge effort that at least we can get this in now and then look at VNext for 2.0. Entity framework.
Yeah, and by the way, once Owen compatibility is working, I suppose that means that then Orchard runs really in or on Owen.
Supports it, so it doesn't run on Owen. It just allows you to kick up Owen middleware, which is slightly different.
Okay, so okay. I don't know much about that. So probably my question was stupid, but okay.
No such thing as a stupid question. Okay, cool. Well, that was my. Has anyone else got anything else? I don't think we're doing triage this year. This day. So. No.
Yeah, we have a lot of issues in the backlog, but I don't think we should do a triage with Sébastien.
No. Okay, cool. Well, I'll write on the window. All right, cool. I'm going to go. Thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, then this is the end of the meeting. Bye, everyone.
Okay. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.
Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.